I'm here with a renowned film critic. Introduce yourself, tell us your name, tell me what you do.
My name is Hassan Fahmi. I am Egyptian/German film critic, also a psychiatrist. And I'm here in Cannes to watch films, to write about them, and also because I'm part of the Fabrici jury. Fabrici is the International Federation of Film Critics. We are celebrating our 100 years anniversary.
100 years?
Yes.
That's a long time.
This is even older than Cannes itself.
I was about to say, Cannes hasn't been around for that.
Yes.
78th. This is the 78th edition.
Exactly. I think it's also an honor to be in this jury in this very special year for Fabrici.
Can you tell me a little bit more what a film critic does? What is actually the job or like the task of a film critic?
Film critic, we can call him a professional watcher.
Professional judger?
A professional watcher. Like we are watching films, but in kind of a professional way. That means if you are watching the film and you don't like it, you can leave the cinema. We can't. Most of the time, we can because we need to write about them.
Yeah.
We then offer kind of an opinion. Usually, when you watch the film, any film in the cinema, then you go outside. The first thing that your friends ask you, what you think about it.
Yeah.
So also we do this. We give an opinion, but just not a kind of a quick reaction. We need to give an objective opinion. We need to say our judgment and also justify it. There's so many schools of film criticism. In the beginning, I think people were mainly trying to focus on the elements of filmmaking, like trying to judge how the director was using his directing tools, how the director of photography was using his camera, how the sound mixing was going, how the screenplay was working together. But now there's also some new schools, like also mixing between film criticism and psychoanalysis, mixing between film criticism and also the criticism of paintings or of painting or of photography in general. But in the end, to sum it up, we are giving a professional opinion about films and we need to justify it. Either in a written way or in a video essay or like me now in a jury also, we need to give a statement why we choose this film to get the prize.
And what form do you usually you do the critique? Is it written or?
I am working since more than 10 years as a film critic in the written way. I tried very shortly to do kind of video essays, also in collaboration with other colleagues, but mainly I'm giving it in a written way.
Okay. And do you think your psychiatry plays a role in how you critique films?
I think so. I think you cannot really separate me, the psychiatrist, from me, the film critic. I think it's like psychiatry, psychology is affecting your way in seeing everything. Not only films, but also in the way you are seeing life. And I'm catching myself sometimes, I think every time I'm writing a film critic, that I'm trying to analyze also the motives, the behavior, the thoughts, the emotions of the characters, and this is psychology.
So you're basically psychoanalyzing the characters, would you say, sometimes?
Psychoanalysis, like it has a specific term, which is coming back to the cool guys, Freud and Carl Jung, is mainly about a process that's dealing with the past of the characters, or the patients or the clients if we are in a psychoanalysis session. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to see also the background of the protagonist in a film or the characters in a film. But not only this, because also if you go back to the a little bit modern way of psychotherapy, the cognitive behavior therapy or the behavior therapy all in all, which is based on the notion that our emotions and our behavior and our thoughts, the three of them are connected together. Sometimes also I'm using them in writing film criticism. Not every time. Sometimes you find an intriguing film that enables you also to use it.
By the way, he's not just like a normal psychiatrist. He has like a 6-month wait list on to try to get a hang of him. Did you become a psychiatrist first and then eventually became a film critic? How did that transition happen? How did that how did that evolve? Were they both just happening separately? Yeah, tell us about how like you became a film critic.
I started as a film critic and then I became psychiatrist.
Oh, interesting.
When I was a student in the medical school in Tanta in Egypt, I'm shouting out to anybody in Tanta now.
The people, let's go.
We started to screen films in the university in our school of medicine, just as a film club. Because we are screening films, speaking about them, sometimes also inviting filmmakers to speak with us. And from this moment, I started to write also my opinion about films. And then with time, with writing and reading and watching many films and then speaking with other film critics, I started to write film criticism. And then from this time, I started to be a film critic. I started to be paid as a film critic while I was still a student in the medical school.
Wow.
So at one point, I was also kind of a leading position as a film critic, but I still am a student in the medical school. But then when I felt like also in the medical school, I started to like more and more psychiatry and neurology. And then after I graduated, I continued my work as a film critic. And then I specialized very, very early, just after graduation in psychiatry. I worked in Egypt as a psychiatrist. And then before I moved to Germany also to finish the internship year of medical school, did a little bit of study also in Germany. But then the psychiatrist role came after the film critic role. Still, I'm trying to separate them at least when I'm in a psychotherapy session or in my practice.
Yeah, so
I don't want to tell everybody that. By the way, I'm a film critic.
yeah.
But sometimes
I'm
it's
going to expose you with this video.
sometimes it's happening the other way around because people try to Google me. And when they write my name in Google, they find me as a film critic first.
Yeah, of course.
And then they come to me and say, oh, it's cool that you're also a film critic.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to
critique my life film. I guess.
I'm not trying to speak about it also in my sessions as a psychiatrist.
Yeah. That makes sense. So when you said you started writing at first, when you started doing like just
film
casually, film club. Where did you write and where did you like distribute that? I guess
I started to write just in a personal blog.
Okay, and your friends would see it and like
Exactly
comment and
then,
like stuff.
Exactly.
Okay,
And then there was a website called Sasa Post that also gave me a space to write in Arabic. It was just blogging. And then a dear friend now, Muhammad Awad, he read my articles and my small blogs on Sasa Post. He contacted me, and then he recruited me to work in a website called Ida. I started to write in Ida, the film criticism in a professional way. And then with time, I was promoted to be also the editor-in-chief of the art section in the website after a couple of years. And then we started our new website, Chrome, where I'm also responsible of the art section. And so I started from this way. I started to write on the blog. I got recruited, and then
you did what you wanted to do, and then eventually someone wanted to give you money for it.
Yes,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
And how does it feel to get paid to watch movies?
Feel good. But it's not
as glamorous as it sounds.
Not as it sounds.
That honestly sounds like a nightmare for me because I cannot sit down for that long.
Exactly. If you are paid to watch films, you need to watch films. You need to write about.
You're getting paid, yeah.
And
it becomes a job.
It becomes a job, and then it becomes less funny.
Yeah.
But as we spoke before, sometimes every now and then you'll find something that really gives you the pleasure. That reminds you that why you are doing this.
Yeah. So I asked you a question that I would like to ask you again, and if you were to guess how many movies you've watched, like what number is it around? You probably have records also.
I was rating usually on IMDb before there was a letterbox.
Okay.
And then after Letterboxd came, I started to move there. But
So do you write your critics on Letterboxd, or is it like a kind of a short form?
Really, is I just discovered this Letterboxd like months ago.
Okay.
But I would say between 8 and 10,000.
8 and 10,000.
And it's a weird range because it's like a 2,000 range in the beginning, but I don't really know.
No, that's honestly a good range. Like I don't think that's a strange range. I think it, like if it's in that high of numbers, you probably can't keep that. But that's a lot of hours of movies with all these thousands of movies, like literally potentially 10,000 movies. Does what in cinema still surprises you today?
It's interesting because most of the time you feel you are watching the same film again and again, and this is super boring. And
do you feel like there's a template of some sort that people are like kind of reusing or like recycling?
All the time.
And do you think these films can do it well?
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Like I don't think we are reinventing the cinema.
Yeah.
If somebody is reinventing cinema, it would be also interesting to see how we do it.
Do you think we should?
I think we should. Like, I think people already reinvented cinema, and we can also get some inspiration for them and do it back. I'm really affected by the new wave, and also because maybe I just watched the Nouvelle Vague, the film which is happening, which is going about the making of one of the films of the new wave. It's also really vivid in my mind to keep it simple, to do it with lowest budget possible, to if you have a camera and you have a good story, just go and shoot it. And I would really love to do this. And I'm thinking people all the time when I'm saying this, dealing with me as somebody who is really dreamy or non-realistic, why people did it. Like the people of the new wave here in France, they did 169, if I'm remembering the number correct, 169 films. They were debut films, first films for their makers within 3 years. So within 3 years, you had 169 new directors.
Wow.
And now in Egypt, in Europe, in France or in Germany, in the US, all over the world, people are really waiting so long to start to do their films. They have good stories, but they want to gather money to start to shoot. I would say if you have a camera and you have a story and you have two friends who are accepting to work with you for free, just go for it.
So you think if someone has all these things, they can make a film that you will critique potentially and think it might be decent?
Yeah, I would think it might be decent if it's good.
Okay.
And it really doesn't. It's not all the time about the money.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if somebody dealing with this also as his profession, of course he needs some money to live.
Yes.
Yeah, people cannot also make movies all the time if they don't have money to eat.
Yeah.
And to pay for their rent.
Of course.
So I'm not saying if you are working in a technical position as a filmmaker, you should work for free. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, if you are a filmmaker and you really feel the urge to tell a story and you have a camera, go and do it. Yeah, and hopefully, as these guys did, as I did with my film criticism, somebody will notice if you are doing it good, that you should be paid.
And you'll get better the more you do it.
Exactly, you get better the more you do it, and hopefully the industry will notice you and will pay you a little bit. But hopefully at this moment they will not pay you only to tell the story that they want to tell, but also to tell the story that you want to tell.
Yeah.
I found it super sad from KRistoffer, the director of Mission Impossible, which is a movie with like $400 million. He was saying the drawer of his dream projects is still full. He didn't do any of it because the industry only is paying him to do the films that he wants to watch, not the films that he wants to make. I want really to grab the mic and tell him, man, you have money. You are just do your film.
Yeah.
Don't wait for the studios.
But 400 million does sound nice too.
Yeah, don't wait for Tom Cruise to act with you. Yeah. Just go find two young actors and do your film.
Maybe he'll do that after. You think he'll do this after he made the Tom Cruise movie now?
He's working with Tom Cruise since like 11 years.
Wow, okay. So,
and he seemed really depressed and sad. And he was like giving signals, okay, save me, help, okay, but just go do your film.
Yeah.
I think I respect him as a filmmaker, but I don't think he need our advice now with all of his experience. But I think we can advise ourselves, our generation.
Yeah.
We should do films, tell our stories, tell the stories that matter, that happening in the world now. either the war or the rise of the right wing all over the earth, or the racism, or just your dream, just your love story, just the way you
struggles,
your homesickness, whatever.
Yeah.
Just if you have a story, go and tell it.
I will ask you a few more questions if that's okay.
Yeah, but you remember you want to go to the red carpet screening.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, he's giving me red carpet screening because he can't go. So, and I'm apparently dressed for it. So, when does that happen? 7?
yeah.
Do I have to be in there at 7? Or?
Yeah. What is the time?
It's 6:30.
I think we can go for another 5, maximum 10 minutes.
I still have to wrap up the equipment too. So,
Yeah.
okay. What's a moment, maybe even a single scene, you've never forgotten, and why? What's the first one that popped to your mind when I
What
said
popped
that?
in my mind now was
Probably not something recent.
no.
Good.
What popped in my mind now was Al Pacino in The Godfather 3. So you have this guy who is the head of a mafia family, and his daughter is being killed in front of him
In front of him.
on her wedding day. And then you see him like a close-up on his face, screaming with all agony that you can imagine from a father who is losing his daughter, his child. And then Francis Ford Coppola, the director, decided to make it as a silent scene. So you have his face screaming in agony, but with no sound. And I think since that time I first watched this scene until now, I never forget it.
Why?
Just his face screaming without sound, and it's much more effective than hearing it with sound or with crying or with wheezing. Just his face screaming.
Yeah.
And
visual.
and the visual. And this moment, I think it stayed in my mind since I watched it. And I don't know why.
Huh.
I thought of it now when you asked me the question. I don't know why. I'm really trying to analyze myself now. I am a father. I have a daughter. And,
That's your probably worst nightmare
yeah.
as a father. I think
I wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
your subconscious was screaming. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you have one more.
I will take a new one here, but this will be a huge spoiler, so I won't say what happened.
It's a movie that no one has seen,
A
huh?
movie that nobody
Other than
the people who are here watched it.
Yeah.
Seyrat,
Sierat.
the Spanish film in the official competition this year in Cannes, which so far is my favorite film in the official competition.
Wow.
There is a moment in the film, I will not say anything about it, it's happening on a mountain. And I really thought that the woman next to me got a heart attack from it.
Wow.
And it's not just something, it's just not a horror film. It's just not something that just to
Like a jump scare or anything.
no, it's not a jump scare. It's really a moment that really leave you wounded for the rest of the festival.
Would you say that's saying too much about it or no? Do you think, because that's a fine line, I'm guessing you always dance around with the critics, right?
I think you can still
You can still get the full.
you can
full
still
effect.
get hopeful.
Okay, I'm one of those people who are like, I don't even want to see the trailer because.
That's me. I don't watch trailers.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch
Look
any
at
trailers.
that. A film critic agrees with me. That's dope.
Sometimes when I really like the film and I'm in cinema and they are screening the trailer of other films before they are screening the film. If I really like the film and I'm waiting for it, I'm just covering my eyes.
Okay.
Once I even put my like an earplug in my ear and I covered my eyes not to watch anything.
Nice.
So I agree with you. So I'm thinking of myself as a smart person that I will get spoilers even from the trailer. And sometimes people who are doing trailers, I think it's very bad that they give you even spoilers.
Okay, I
trust them.
You know, I 100% agree with you. That's an opinion that I don't share often, but I think that a lot of the trailers out there are just bad.
Yeah.
Like they could do so much better, but I'm like, what do I know, right? But what do you know is you know enough to say that.
I think we both have the right to say that
I'm getting a lot more confidence, yeah. Especially after what you said about my work. I'm gonna ask you again.
Say it again.
Yeah. Please tell me what you think of my work. I've been floating with this compliment.
Maher, his Instagram is really something to recommend to any person who is appreciating beauty. He have very beautiful reels and photos, and he's going to very beautiful places on Earth. And I think he really has the potential to tell a story in a cinematic way. That's why also no spoiler. I think I told him. I hope one day we work together. He as a director of photography and me as a writer director, because I really think he can do first very beautiful scenes, but also secondly, this kind of talent to have the eye where I should position the camera and what kind of tempo should I have for the movement is it really caught my eye, and that's why I told him.
Now I have it on camera, so I can go back and watch this whenever I'm feeling not great. So perfect. Anything else you'd like to share? Anything you want people to know who have never been to Cannes or wish to come to Cannes and just are interested in cinema? Yeah.
It's really inspiring for me when I'm seeing people in Gaza or in Palestine, also in the West Bank, that are doing films. They have all my respect. On the other side, I think we need to live with our feeling of guilt, because I think we can do more.
I understand. I think there's a thin line between being guilty, where it's feeling guilt, where it's like pulls you down, and feeling guilt where it motivates you to do better. So
I agree. I think more than guilt, we should have anger against the people who are allowing this to happen.
Do you think cinema has the power to change the world? As a film critic or a psychiatrist, and as you, Hassan?
If you asked me this question maybe 5 years ago, I would have said yes. Now I'm really skeptical about it.
Why?
Because what we are living now.
Yeah.
And I think I like also open ends. Let's leave this open and to see we can try to change the world through cinema, but is it guaranteed that cinema can change the world? I don't know.
No, I don't think cinema itself is going to be the one that changes it, but I think it can be used as a tool potentially to change the world.
This is what we are trying to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I know your schedule is extremely busy. This guy is so hard to get a hang of. He's literally like invited to like 7 screenings. He literally has they give him all the tickets of all the movies in advance, which is crazy. And he was generous enough to sit down for a little bit and chat with me. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And I'll see you. Well, I'll see you when I see you. I'll leave it open-ended also because, yeah, we'll see you when I see you, basically. Thank you, and yeah, see you guys later. And cut.